Hey everybody, welcome back to the Racevice Smokehouse and Grill, and today we are talking air fryers. Today we're cooking up 3 things in this Typhur air fryer. This is the coolest air fryer I've seen and I've used. Let's get into it. Let's go. Today we are getting into this Typhur Dome 2 air fryer. When Typhur reached out to me, asked me if I'd like to check this out, give my honest opinion on it, I said absolutely. I was in the market for a new air fryer. Our old one had fallen apart. This one looked awesome. Let's give it a whirl. Let me get into some of the key features right away. One of the main features on here is what they call 360-degree cooking, which means that they actually have elements at the top part of this and at the bottom part, so it actually cooks a lot more even. I can't wait to show you some cooks on this, and I'm going to be cooking a lot more with this. This gets that 360-degree cooking because it has dual sensors on the bottom and the top, which allows you to flip less often while cooking. You kind of ease back on that, let it do its job, kind of like you're doing a smoker outside. If you're looking, you ain't cooking, but we do check a few times just to make sure we're not burning or overcooking anything. Now this air fryer has 15 cooking functions, 15, and that includes pizza, bacon, steak, wings, fries, frozen food, air fry, toast, grill, bake, griddle, roast, broil, dehydrate, and reheat. You could do that all with this. One of the functions that's actually pretty cool on here is it does offer a self-cleaning function, kind of like your oven. I haven't had to use it yet because honestly, the things I've cooked, even if there has been caked on grease and sauce on it, it comes off super easy. Whatever material they use in the basket and for the bottom of this cooks super easy, non-stick. It's been a breeze to cook and maintain with so far. Once we go through all this, and if you're interested in purchasing one of these, I will have a discount code in the description for about 10% off, which is a nice saving this time of the year. Great for Christmas presents. Let's take a quick look inside so I can show you what we're talking about with this drawer here. Now this drawer is nice and big, and you can actually fit an entire frozen pizza in here, which we're actually going to do here in a little bit. But this is nice. You have the non-stick bottom, the floor, and this actually comes out so you can even clean easier. That just pops back in there. Then we'll take a closer look in here. You can see that there is actually the 2 heat coils. You got the one on the top and one on the bottom. That really helps with the even cooking on here. Let's not wait any longer. Let's get into some recipes. First one we're gonna do, let's cook some wings. We do chicken wings all the time in the air fryer. It is one of our favorite recipes. Let's get this heated up and then we're gonna prep our wings. What we're gonna do is hit play. That's gonna start it. And we're only gonna go for about 5 minutes or so. Let that get nice and warm. Now let's go prep some wings. This is heating up, and not sure how it's coming across on camera. Thing's pretty quiet actually. May sound louder because microphone might be picking it up, but trust me, it is pretty silent. So we're gonna go ahead, separate all these wings. Now we are going to season these up real quick. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pat these dry. You don't want moisture on the skin when you're doing the air fryer if you want them crispy. They're still gonna come out pretty good, but any moisture you can remove right now is gonna help you later. Typically, if I have the time, I'll go ahead and salt brine these, put these in the refrigerator for 4-8 hours overnight, and then fry them a little bit more crispy of a skin. I just bought these wings today. This is warmed up, let's season this up. Today I'm seasoning it with Paradise Pepper Company's Money Rub. This is a great all-purpose seasoning. It's a great flavor that everybody will enjoy. Then I just like to go ahead and mix these all together, get them literally nice and rubbed up, get that seasoning all over. Then I'm gonna hit them with another round of seasoning because we want these to be nice and seasoned. We're gonna do it one more time. These are nice and seasoned up, looking great. Air fryer is warmed up. Let's get the first batch in. This is a big tray, but I don't think it's gonna hold as many wings as we have right now. Get that tray open. I'm gonna give it a nice spray of cooking spray. And we're also gonna hit the wings with the spray as well. The cooking spray is gonna do two things. One, it's gonna help it not stick. Even though this air fryer is really great with being non-stick, you still really want any little bit else to help. Let's get this loaded up. These are some honking wings here. Definitely gonna need to do a couple batches. We're able to fit 20 wings in here, 20 wings. Nice. Look how big this thing is. All right, let's get this in here. Got the wings in here. There's actually a wings setting right here. It says $3.95 for 14 minutes. I'm actually gonna cut that in half because halfway through I'm gonna give them a flip. So then all you do is hit the go button, the play button, and it's cooking. So we'll be back in about 7 minutes when it's time to flip, take our first look at it, see how these are cooking. Be back in 7 minutes. First 7 minutes are done. Let's go take a look at these, give them a flip, and finish off the cooking. These are looking great already. Let's give them all a flip. One more coat of the cooking spray. Let's do a quick internal temp check here. We're at about 120, 130 there. So I like to take my wings to about 200. So we're gonna put these back in, let them go a full 10 minutes, but I'm also gonna kick them up to 400 degrees in here. Gonna hit play, up to 400, and we're gonna go to 10 minutes. With my old air fryer, it would take me 25 minutes to get through a batch of wings. We're looking at maybe 17 minutes here, so that's significantly cutting the time down. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, try these wings. Just under 20 minutes, these wings are done. I did for the last 2 minutes, kick that temp up to 450, try to get these skins nice and crispy. Pull them out, they are looking gorgeous. Nice and brown, exactly how we're looking for them. That skin, got a nice little crisp on these. Super tender because we took them up to that 200-ish area. Ooh, hot. That's how you make some delicious air fried wings. Let's go to the next recipe now. We have moved back into the kitchen because it is a winter wonderland outside right now. We've gotten, I don't know, 8-10 inches of snow over the last couple of days. And the next recipe we're doing is pork tenderloins in the air fryer. We've done this a bunch and they are fantastic. Let me show you how easy this is. And this is a nice and cheap meal too. This is just under 3 pounds and it was $8. Usually comes 2 in a pack. Sometimes they'll come individually packed. Get those open. And you see there's a lot of silver skin on here. We do want to get that taken out of here. So just get under it and glide across. Find the other side, same thing. Just travel along the tenderloin, get rid of it. And we're mostly looking to get that big, nasty silver skin off of there because that could lead to a tough bite while you're trying to chew it. That's about all I'm gonna go on this one here. I did leave a little bit of those strands on there, but those are okay. That's just some loose fat, that'll be okay. Really wanna make sure that silver skin is off, and we did get it off of this one. I'm gonna do the second one, then we're gonna get this warming up so we can get it cooking. We have our tenderloins trimmed up. These are looking beautiful. Next step is we are gonna pat these dry. When air frying, you wanna get that moisture off of the surface as much as possible. That way your cooked surface is as crispy or as cooked through as you would like. And that's by getting that water moisture off of the surface. So now we're gonna hit it with a little olive oil just to get that acting as a binder. Plus it's going to help that outside surface cook up really nice, kind of like we're frying it here. Then we're gonna be seasoning it up with Paradise Pepper Company. We're doing the cherry bomb today. This stuff is awesome. Been using it on a lot of pork and chicken, even beef, all of it. It says beef and pork on here, but you could use it on anything. Gonna scoot this off to the side a little bit here. And time to get the air fryer fired up. We're just gonna go to air fry and we're gonna cook this up a little hotter than it starts to state. We're gonna go about 400. And we're just gonna let this warm up for a few minutes. Our air fryer is warmed up. Time to get these tenderloins in here. I do have it set up with the Typhur Sync dual probes as well, just so we can monitor that internal temperature. Let's get these in here. Again, what I love about this tray is it's so big. As you'll see, we'll be able to fit these tenderloins in here, no problem whatsoever. Get them set up the way you like. Close it back up. We're just gonna air fry again. We're gonna air fry 400 degrees. And we're gonna go for about 10 minutes, just to start. So we're gonna let this go 10 minutes, come back, we're gonna flip it, and we're gonna show you what that looks like in 10 minutes. So the first 10 minutes is done. We're gonna go ahead, let's take a look here at what we're reading. Currently we're at about 90 degrees inside the meat. I'm gonna go ahead, pull those probes out, flip it, let it go for another 5, and then we're gonna hit it with a little barbecue sauce. And be careful when doing this, these do get hot. I'm gonna flip. Back in, air fry, 400. This time we're gonna go for 5 minutes only. So we're gonna go let this cook. And when this gets done with this next 6 minutes, 5-6 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and glaze these. So we'll be back when it is time to glaze these pork loins. Okay, we have another 5 minutes done. Let's take a look at these guys. It is looking and smelling absolutely delicious in here. Now I'm gonna pull these out again. And we're gonna give these a quick glaze. Use your favorite sauce. I'm using Killer Hog's deep barbecue sauce right now because it was in the fridge. Flick them back over. Do this side as well. Get our temp probes back in here. Get this back up to 400. We're gonna only go about 3 minutes because these are already reading in the mid 130s and we're only shooting for about 145 internal temperature on this. Between 140, 145 and that residual cooking is gonna keep going. So we'll be back in about 3 minutes or so. Pull these out, let them rest, show you what we got here. These cook to an internal temperature of 145. We measured that by using the Typhur Sync Gold in the Typhur air fryer. Now it's time to slice in and see how we did. These things are looking gorgeous and smelling delightful. Let's slice in and see how we did. Look at that, looking perfect. Oh man, that looks perfectly cooked. Nice and tender, pull apart tender. I could probably sit here and eat a whole tenderloin right now. That's how simple it was in there. 400 degrees, 10 minutes, flip it, another 5 minutes, throw some sauce on there, let it go until it hits that 145, pull it out, let it rest about 5 minutes, and you have an amazing tenderloin. I'm gonna keep eating this, but let's get to our third and final recipe right now. All right, let's get into our final recipe. We are cooking a frozen pizza. It's as crazy easy as you think it should be. Let me show you how we're gonna do this. I've done a few pizzas in here. It's been great. Wanna make sure that we take this out. They do recommend taking the floor out of this pan and cooking directly on the bottom of the surface. With the pizza function and the steak function, there is a warm up period. So we wanna go ahead and get that started. Got pizza, you're gonna hit start. Now this is gonna warm up for 8 minutes. Get the bottom nice and hot and ready for this pizza. And I'm gonna do another dedicated video just for cooking the steaks and a whole chicken in here. I've done all that in here, but I think that those need dedicated videos because those are really, really fun to cook. And there's a lot of detail that goes involved. So we're gonna come up with a couple more videos cooking on this thing, but we'll be back right now once this is preheated and ready to go. So it's been a few minutes, it's nice and warmed up. Let's get that pizza in here and cooking. And we're just gonna place this pizza right in there. Start to get that sizzle. We know it's gonna have a nice crust on the bottom. Let's get her back in there. And that's it, we're cooking pizza. What's really, really cool on this pizza setting, after it's preheated, I'm not sure if those heating coils are just staying warm, but the fan really isn't moving, so it's kind of baking in here, but it is dead silent. Listen. Can barely hear anything. So we're gonna let this cook and we're gonna show you what it looks like in about 10 minutes. Gonna give it a peek around then, make sure we're not burning, and make sure that it's almost ready to be pulled out. So we'll be back to check on it in about 10 minutes. Pizza's done. Let's open it up and see what it looks like. I did take a peek with about 4 minutes left to go, and it was cooking perfectly. Let's see how this did. Now that's a good looking pizza. Let's get it onto the cutting board. Pizza's looking and smelling great. Let's cut this up. Bottom looks nice and crispy. Let's check it. Cook that bottom really, really nice. That's a perfectly cooked frozen pizza in the air fryer. Couldn't be easier. It has a crispier crust than you would get in the oven because of how air fryers work, which I have no idea. All I know is cooking a pizza in here, fantastic. I'm gonna have to try cooking a fresh one in here, see how that works too. So that's cooking 3 items in the air fryer. If you're interested in buying one, click on the link in the description and use the code for 10% off. If you have any questions about it, leave it in the comment below and I'll be sure to answer it for you. Thanks again for checking out the video, everybody. Check me out on social media and we will be talking to you all soon. Take care, everybody. Peace. Da Bears.